The session is now called to order.
Honorable Gabriel H. Bordado Jr., City Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer. Present, Honorable Elmer Baldemoro, present. Honorable Jesse R. Albius, present. Honorable Gil G. Rosales, present. Honorable Vito Borja II.
Compassion.
Give us that understanding heart to do away with prejudice.
Give us that understanding heart to do away with prejudice.
Foresight to know what the future device.
Give us the foresight to know
What the future may devise.
Give us the courage and strength to seek the truth in what is good.
Give us the courage and strength to seek the truth and what is good.
Give us the facility of language that we may be understood.
Give us the facility of language that we may be understood.
And finally, our Lord,
And
Finally, our Lord,
make us worthy public servants of this city,
present
worthy public servants of this city.
deeply loved and highly honored,
we deeply love and
Highly
honor
honored.
Naga City, the heart of Bicol.
Naga City, the heart of Bicol.
Amen. Name the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Next, sa pambansang awit.
Bayang magiliw, handa awit.
Bayang magiliw, persang silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, luyang ka ng magiti, sa manlulupig, di ka pa sisiip, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong buhaw. May dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning. Ang bituin at araw niyang kailan pa may pinagdidili. Lupa ng araw ng luwalhati pagsinta. Buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Sa piling mo. Aming ligaya ng pag may maapi. Ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Next, Heart of Bicol March.
The Bicol rich in culture and history, echoes of mine, symbols of the rarest nature, a tree, a river, and a shrine. Sounds we hear your voices in church, in street, and marketplace, in campus, dean, and river noise, that shapes our lives and heals our day.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Next item, please.
Next is the privilege time.
Any privileged speech from the members of the council? Councilor David Casper Nathan Serio.
Good morning po,
Good morning.
Presiding Officer, the Honorable Vice Mayor Gabriel Hidalgo Bordado Jr., esteemed colleagues, fellow Naguiñas, and partners in progress. Marhay na aga sa gabos. Naga is growing, and with that growth comes the inevitable challenge of congestion. Today, I'm sponsoring a legislative package designed to ensure that our city remains mobile, orderly, and inclusive. The Naga City Integrated Parking and Private Investment Ordinance, the PWD Mobility Priority Parking Ordinance, and a vital resolution for a better traffic management plan in the Naga City Hall compound. Point number 1, leading by example, the City Hall parking plan. We cannot ask the private sector to innovate if we do not first fix our own backyard. My proposed resolution calls for the CPDO, the City Engineer's Office, and the Public Safety Office to collaborate on a comprehensive management plan for the City Hall compound. The current state of disorganized parking and obstructed driveways ends today. We are proposing clear zoning, dedicated areas for motorcycles, e-bikes, tricycles, and four-wheeled vehicles to optimize our limited space. Official designations. Reserve slots for city officials and department heads to ensure that they can respond to urgent public concerns without delay. Strict enforcement. A system managed by the PSO complete with proper signage and directional markings to ensure a smooth functional flow. Point number 2, incentivizing private investment. To address the citywide shortage of off-street parking, we are offering significant incentives to property owners. A 3-year business tax holiday for new parking facilities, a 20% real property tax discount for converting vacant lots into public parking, and a green lane to fast-track permits and get these projects moving immediately. Point number 3, inclusivity and dignity. True progress is measured by how we treat our most vulnerable. In strict adherence to BP 344 or the accessibility law, our plan mandates designated parking for PWDs with mobility issues. We will introduce the mobility priority permit to ensure that these lots are strictly protected and available to those who need them most. Our vision is clear. A Naga where every citizen, whether a businessman in a sedan or a worker on a motorcycle or a person in a wheelchair, can navigate our government centers and streets with ease and dignity. Let us build a city that does not move faster but moves together. Hagad ko po sa Committee on Rules na may bali sa agenda kan sa tong session ngunyan sa lindong kan new business ang tulong proponidong legislasyon sarong duwang ordinansa asin sarong resolusyon. Salamat po. Nabalos.
Thank you, Councilor Serio. Any other privileged speech? Yes, Councilor Jefferson Felix.
Honorable Presiding Officer, esteemed colleagues in the Sangguniang Panlungsod, members of the media, fellow public servants, and all those present this morning, a warm and youthful greetings to everyone. Proactive rather than reactive, preventive and promotive rather than curative. The future health of a city is written long before disease appears. It is written in the formative years of its young people, when habits are formed, when environments shape behavior, and when the patterns that determine long-term health first take root. And it is fitting that today, April 7, as the world observes World Health Day, we are reminded of a truth that should guide every serious government. Health is not only about treating illnesses when it has already advanced. It is also about acting early, acting wisely, and refusing to wait until the burden becomes heavier, more painful, and more costly to reverse. Mr. Presiding Officer, distinguished colleagues, what should disturb us today is this. These are no longer problems we should think of only as burdens of old age. Here in the Philippines, heart disease remains the leading cause of death. The number of Filipinos undergoing dialysis as well also rose sharply to 64,845 in 2024. And National Health Reporting has warned that more young adults are now undergoing dialysis due to lifestyle-related diseases, particularly diabetes and hypertension. And as I have likewise been informed, young people already developing hypertension, diabetes, and kidney-related complications. The roots of the problem often begin in ways that seem ordinary enough to ignore. Too much salt, too much sugar, too little movement, too little water, unhealthy weight gain dismissed too early, and habits that seem harmless while one is young but become dangerous over time. These are the very same reminders many of us grew up hearing at home. We often hear, magbawas ka ng alat, maglikay ka sa puro mahamis, mag-inom ng dakol na tubig, mag-ataman ka sa diri habang hoven pa. And what sounded like ordinary reminders from our parents and elders, we now understand as real public health concern and public health wisdom. So let us be clear about what is happening. What later appears as heart disease, kidney failure, stroke, diabetes, and other metabolic complications often does not begin in old age. It begins in silence, it begins in habit, it begins in ignored risk, and very often it begins in youth. That is why I rise today to formally file the proposed Nagayan Youth Cardio-Renal Metabolic Health Protection Ordinance. Mr. Presiding Officer, this measure is rooted in a truth that modern public health already understands. Cardiovascular disease, kidney dysfunction, and metabolic disorders are deeply interconnected. What begins as poor diet, unhealthy weight, elevated blood sugar, rising blood pressure, or poor hydration may not remain a small problem. Over time, these risks build on one another, and when they are left unaddressed, the eventual cost is not only medical, it is financial, it is familial, it is felt in everyday lives of our people. It seeks to bring government to early stage of the problem, when risk is still accumulating, when behavior is still modifiable, and when timely intervention can still change the course of a life. Under this proposed ordinance, the City of Naga will institutionalize a local framework for prevention, health education, healthier lifestyles, early risk identification, referral and follow-up, targeted support for higher risk youth, and regular monitoring and policy review. In simple terms, this ordinance asks our city to make one important shift: to stop treating chronic illnesses only as a matter of cure later, and to start governing risk as a matter of protection now. A city that waits for illnesses to worsen before acting is already late. A city that protects the health of its young people early protects families from heavier burdens later. And that is the kind of city Naga must continue striving to be. And alongside this proposed measure, I am also filing the proposed Nagayan Youth Heals Fellowship Program Ordinance, a complementary measure that will help form young leaders who can support health promotion and community engagement in our city. But today, Mr. Presiding Officer, my principal appeal is this. Let us not wait for more young people to carry burdens they should not be carrying this early. Let us not wait for more families to face the long, painful, and expensive consequences of disease that could have been prevented or delayed. The future health of our city is still being written, and if we are serious about protecting that future, then we must begin now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilor Jepson Felix. Let me acknowledge the presence of City Councilor Attorney Aris Macaraig.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Any other privileged speech? Okay, next item, please.
Next item is the reading and approval of the order of business.
Councilor Rosales.
Mr. Chairman, may I move to dispense with the reading of the minutes of the 20th, 22nd regular session of the 15th Sangguniang Panlungsod and the first special session of the 15th Sangguniang Panlungsod, and move for their approval.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Similarly, Mr. Chairman, may I move to dispense with the reading of today's order of business and move for the inclusion of the following items under special business and order as item number 3, a proposed resolution from the Honorable Jesse Albios congratulating and commending Enrique De Leon of Barangay San Felipe and the student of St. Joseph's School for his remarkable achievement as one of the 14 under champions in the National Basketball Training Center Championships held from March 22 to 29 at SM Mall of Asia Arena. As item number 4, also from the Honorable Jesse Albios, the proposed resolution congratulating and commending Brayden Gupilan of Barangay Tabuco for the same achievement, Mr. Chairman. As item number 5, the proposed resolution from the Honorable Jefferson Romeo B. Felix. Two proposed resolutions, Mr. Chairman, pertaining to the same persons and the same event, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
As item number 7, a list of students from Naga City Montessori School who won various awards in the Singapore Math Challenge held on October 11, 2025 for recognition, Mr. Chair. As item number 8, marked as urgent by the City Mayor, is a request for the urgent consideration of the proposed ordinance entitled the Ordinance Mitigating the Impact of Sudden Fuel Price Increases, authorizing the grant of emergency financial assistance through fuel subsidy vouchers to local public utility jeepney cooperatives promoting the use of public transportation in the city and appropriating funds therefore. Item number 9, also marked as urgent, is a request for the passage of an ordinance authorizing the expropriation of portions of property identified as Lot 874-F-42-64-D, containing a combined area of 12,935 square meters located at Sitio Salongigi for the city's socialized housing program. Item number 10, a request for two separate resolutions from the City Mayor marked as urgent. A resolution expressing the willingness of the city government of Naga to operate the shared service facility for creatives and artists at the ground floor of the PAGCOR multipurpose building and authorizing the city mayor to enter into a MOA with the Department of Trade and Industry for the purpose. The second resolution is entitled a resolution authorizing the city mayor and the city events protocol and public information officer to transact with the Department of Trade and Industry relative to the grant of financial support amounting to 5 million pesos for the procurement of equipment and ancillary materials necessary for the operation of the aforementioned shared service facility. Attached, Mr. Chairman, are the two resolutions sponsored by the Honorable David Casper Nathan Selly. It's items 10A and 10B. As item 11, Mr. Chairman, another letter from the City Mayor requesting for the passage of a resolution authorizing her to enter, negotiate, and sign a memorandum of agreement with Sanovex Pharmaceuticals relative to the provision of medicines and supplies under the Naga City General Hospital Consignment Program. It's item number 12, also marked as urgent by the City Mayor, is a request for the passage of a resolution authorizing her to enter, negotiate, and sign a memorandum of agreement with the Development Academy of the Philippines and Resolve Foundation in relation to the implementation of the technical assistance for the workload analysis and change management for the city government of Naga. It's item number 13 under special business and order, a request from the City Mayor marked as urgent for the passage of a resolution authorizing her to accept donations, in particular personal protective equipments for the garbage collectors of the city government from Peña Francia Basilica Joggers Club, and sign the certificate of acceptance. Item number 14, also marked as urgent, is a request from the City Mayor for the passage of a resolution authorizing her to enter and negotiate with the Philippine Sports Commission relative to the Memorandum of Agreement in relation to the implementation of Larot Saya sa Parke program and adopt a program entitled Larot Saya sa Naga. Also marked as urgent is a request from the City Mayor for the passage of a resolution authorizing her to enter, negotiate, and sign the Memorandum of Agreement with the DSWD in relation to the implementation of the Supplementary Feeding Program. And last, under special business and order, is a proposed resolution from the Honorable Nathan A. Serio congratulating and commending Javi Santa Ana of Ateneo de Naga University and Ralph Nino de Luna of Naga College Foundation for their exceptional achievements in the 2026 search for outstanding student teachers in the Bicol region. Under unfinished business, Mr. Chairman, it's item number 17, the report of the Committee on Laws and Ordinances. Item number 18, the report of the Committee on Organizational Development and Review, joint with the Committee on Appropriations. Item number 19, the report of the Committee on Appropriations. Item 20, the report of the Committee on Land Use. Item 21, our comments and recommendations in relation to the proclamation for the conversion of the city of Naga from component city to highly urbanized city from the DILG. Sa item number 22, a letter from Villa Concepcion Subdivision Homeowners Association Incorporated addressed to the Committee on Land Use. Sa item number 23, the legal opinion and recommendation on the request for the Sangguniang Panlungsod resolution lifting the encumbrance on transfer certificate title number 40455 pending with the Committee on Urban Development and Housing. As item number 24, a letter from the Honorable Nathan Serio requesting for the withdrawal of proposed legislations listed in the letter. Item number 25, the proposed ordinance from the Honorable Francisco Mendoza, abolishing Zorro marking for swine intended for slaughter and branding practices for large ruminants, instituting ear tagging as the official and mandatory method of livestock identification, establishing the on-site livestock identification center and its socialized fee schedule, creating a revolving fund, therefore appropriating initial capital outlay and providing penalties for violation thereof. It's item number 26, a proposed ordinance from the Honorable Mendoza and the Honorable Serio, amending ordinance number 2024-54, otherwise known as the Naga City Continuing Education and Professional Development Program, to maximize participation by barangay personnel. And last under unfinished business is proposed ordinance of the Honorable Francisco Mendoza and the Honorable Jesse Albios, prohibiting spot rezoning of lands within the territorial jurisdiction of Naga City, reinforcing the primacy of the comprehensive land use plan and the city zoning ordinance. Under new business, Mr. Chairman, as item number 11 is the endorsement from the Honorable Alan Riz Macaraig pertaining to the query of the implementation of the no collection policy in schools, particularly on PTA contributions in Tapuco Central School. That's item number 12, a letter from Daisy Bulao Santa Rosa requesting for the setting up of vending stalls from May 8 to 10 for the Mother's Day celebration along J. Hernandez Street at Abella Street, Naga City. Item number 13, the proposed ordinance of the Honorable Nathan Serio mandating the establishment, operation, and maintenance of parking facilities as part of basic services and facilities in Naga City, encouraging public-private partnerships and private paid parking facilities and providing incentives to the private sector. As item number 14, a letter from the Executive Officer of Casurecot 2 requesting for the issuance of a certification as proof of receipt of the application for the approval and confirmation of over-under recoveries for years 2023 to 2025 of Casurecot 2. As item number 14, the proposed ordinance of the Honorable Jefferson Romeo Felix establishing the Naga City Youth Cardio-Renal Metabolic Health Protection Program to promote prevention, early risk awareness, and healthy lifestyles amongst Nagueño youth and providing funds for its implementation. As item number 16, the proposed ordinance of the Honorable Jefferson Romeo Felix establishing and institutionalizing the Nagueño Youth Heals Fellowship Program in Naga City. As item number 17, the proposed ordinance of the Honorable Nathan Serio regulating the use of designated accessible parking slots for persons with disability within the territorial jurisdiction of Naga City, establishing a priority system for PWDs with mobility impairments and providing penalties for violation. Item number 18, the proposed resolution from the Honorable Nathan Serio requesting the National Historical Commission of the Philippines to concur with and approve the renaming of Plaza Quezon in Naga City to Plaza Arejola in honor of Don Tomas Arejola, an illustrious son of Naga and ambos Camarines, patriot, reformist, and propagandist in the last Solidaridad movement. And last, under new business, is the proposed resolution of the Honorable Nathan Serio earnestly requesting the Office of the City Mayor to direct the CPDO, City Engineer's Office, the Public Safety Office to formulate and implement a comprehensive parking management plan within Naga City Hall compound, providing specific designations for various types of vehicles and reserved slots for city officials. And last, Mr. Chairman, under other matters, item number 2 is the legal evaluation of the city legal officer This is addressed to the City Mayor, copy furnished to the Sangguniang pertaining to the Memorandum Agreement with Globe Telecom for the Digital Thumbprint Program, the Senior Digizen Program, and Digital Content Sharing Initiative. That you all, Mr. Chairman, may I move for the approval of the order of business.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Next item is the proposed resolution authored by the Honorable David Casper Nathan Serio and Honorable Hilji Rosales, solemnly commemorating the anniversary of the 1972 Colgante Bridge tragedy, honoring the memory of the departed devotees, and reaffirming the unwavering commitment to public safety and vigilance during the Peña Friendship festivities.
Councilor Serio, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We'll just refer this to the appropriate committee. There is a previous resolution authored by Councilor Rosales on remembering the victims of Colgante tragedy. But this one, para igwa kitang closure sa kuan na yan, tawan taning mas maray na paggirumdum ang katuyang kanin, Mr. Chair.
So we will refer this to the
Culture and
Committee on
Arts.
Culture and the Arts.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Next item, please.
Next is the proposed resolution, and again authored by the Honorable David Casper Nathan Serio and Honorable Gail Abunalco, expressing the profound appreciation and sincere gratitude of the City Government of Naga to the Naga College Foundation through its President Dr. Mario Villanueva for successfully hosting the Tanog Banda 2026, the third Bicol Brass Band Competition.
Councilor Gail Abunal Gomez, please.
Mr. Chair, last week before the Holy Week, the Naga College Foundation again sponsored for the third time the Nogbanda 2026, but this time it partnered with the City Government of Naga, and because of that accomplishment, Mr. Chair, we would like to express our appreciation for fostering the showcase of music, arts, and culture in the city. So move, Mr. Chair.
On joint and
On
collective
joint.
motion?
Yes.
Okay. Next item, please.
Next is the proposed resolution authored by the Honorable Jesse R. Albios, a resolution congratulating and commending Enrique De Leon of Barangay San Felipe and a student of St. Joseph School for his remarkable achievement as one of the 14 under champions in the National Basketball Training Center Championship held last March 22 to 29 at the SM Mall of Asia.
Councilor Albios.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Items 3, 4, 5, and 6 are similar in natures. These are proposed resolutions being sponsored by this representation and the Honorable Jepson Felix. So may I yield to the Honorable Felix for the formal presentation of these resolutions.
Councilor Felix.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. With the indulgence of the Committee Chair on Rules, may I be allowed to tackle items 3 to 6 as one? And also, given that, Mr. Chair, may I move that we pass a resolution congratulating and commending Enrique De Leon, a young Nagueño athlete from Barangay San Felipe, and at the same time, Braydon Gupilan, a young Nagueño athlete from Barangay Tabuco, for their contribution to the championship victory of Film Nation Select Devans, Film Select Team Devans in the boys 14 under division of the NBTC Manila Live 2026, and on the part of Braydon Gupilan, he was also named as the most outstanding player of the finals, thereby bringing honor and pride to the Naga City. So with this, Mr. Chair, may move to pass a resolution on joint and collective motion.
let me clarify certain things. Councilor Albios was saying a while ago that there are 4 resolutions due for approval. Yes, Councilor Albios.
There are 4 proposed resolutions, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
2 coming from this representation and 2 from the Honorable Felix, but these are of similar nature.
Similar nature.
Yes.
So why are you proposing only 1 resolution, Councilor Jefferson Felix?
It's 2 separate resolutions, Mr. Chair.
So we will first tackle the first 4 resolutions of the same nature simultaneously.
Mr. Chair.
Please proceed, Councilor Jefferson Felix.
Okay, Mr. Chair. So I will repeat. May I move that we pass 2 separate resolutions congratulating and commending Enrique De Leon of Barangay San Felipe, and also a resolution congratulating and commending Braydon Gopilan of Barangay Taguco, Naga City. So I move, Mr. Chair.
Joint and collective.
Joint and collective.
Next item.
The next item is the list of students of the Naga Montessori School who won various awards in the Singapore Math Challenge held on October 11, 2026 at the Naga City Montessori Schools.
Any comment? Councilor Albios.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The list was submitted by the school principal of the Naga City Montessori School, wherein 16 students won various awards in the Singapore Math Challenge held on October 11, 2025. After due validation and checking of the names and residency, these 16 students have qualified for a resolution of commendation. So may I move on joint collective motion for the passage of a resolution congratulating and commending these 16 students. So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Joint and collective.
Joint collective.
Next item, please.
Next item is the letter from the Office of the City Mayor requesting that the proposed measure will allow the city to provide immediate and targeted assistance to affected transport cooperative through a structured fuel subsidy program, helping caution the impact of operators and prevent fare increase that would burden the riding public.
Any comment from the chairman of the Committee on Transport, Councilor Omar Buenafe?
Mr. Chair, this proposed ordinance that was submitted by the Mayor's Office, which I am willingly sponsoring, provides assistance to jeepney drivers. And this is separate, Mr. Chair, from the previous proposed ordinance that was submitted by this representation, which gives assistance to trimobile drivers. So, may I request, since it needs clarification on certain matters, may I request that it be assigned to the Committee on Transport.
So we will refer this to the Committee on Transport.
Yes, Mr. Chair, thank you.
Councilor Baldimoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Could also repair this jointly with the Committee on Appropriations.
Yes.
Jointly.
So this will also be referred to the Committee on Appropriations. Reaction from Councilor Aris Macaraig.
I read the local disaster fund will be used, Mr. Chair. And can we also refer this to the Committee on Disaster Risk? Because the fund is in that
So we will refer this to 3 committees jointly.
Also, Mr. Chair, the Committee on Energy. Because actually this involves energy crisis, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so we will refer the item to the Committee on Transport, the Committee on Energy, the Committee on Appropriations, and the Committee on Disaster Risk Management. Any objection? Councilor Baldemoro.
Mr. Chair, the Committee on Transport will be the lead committee.
Okay, so the Committee on Transport will be the lead committee here.
Okay. Ayos.
Next item, please.
Next is a letter from the Office of the City Mayor requesting for the passage of an ordinance authorizing the expropriation of portion of property identified as Lot 873F42-64-D with an area of 11,481 square meters and another 1,454 square meters, or a combined total area of 12,935 square meters, located at Sitio Salonggigi, Barangay Cararayan, Naga City, as the subject property are intended for the city government socialized housing program.
Councilor Albios.
Should be referred to the committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May I move that this matter be referred to the Committee on Housing and Settlements?
Committee on Housing and Settlements. So,
May balwa.
next item, please.
Next is the request from the Office of the City Mayor for a two separate resolution. The first is a resolution expressing the willingness of the city government of Naga to operate the shared service facility for creatives and artists at the ground floor of the PAGCOR multipurpose building, and authorizing the city mayor to enter into a memorandum agreement with the Department of Trade and Industry for the purpose. And another resolution authorizing the city mayor and the city events protocol and public information officer to transact with the Department of Trade and Industry relative to the grant of financial support amounting to 5 million pesos for the procurement of equipment and ancillary materials necessary for the operation of the aforesaid shared service facility.
For the first proposed resolution, Councilor Serio.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may urgency tabi ni. That's why pag-endorse ni City Mayor ang resolution. Katakod ini kan funding na gikan sa Department of Trade and Industry. Igwa kayang batas na pwede sila mag-provide ng financial assistance sa mga artists, creatives. Nag-meeting po katong several weeks ago ay ang Heritage and Arts and Culture Council. Si representative kang DTI, igwang initial commitment na 2 million. Just yesterday afternoon nag-upload po, as in, pig-require kita mag-kuhan kayo ni, pig-increase na nila to 5 million ang funding for Naga City. Igwa kayang LGU na garo nagsibog, garo Ligaspi ata. Gaya na interested, baka ipigpalis sa to si para manduman. Anyway, palaog po ang kwarta kani. Ang gigibuhon duman sa ground floor kang tong PAGCOR, malaag din parang mga saradit na mga kwarto, igwang recording studio, igwang man sa podcast, saka iba pang mga pwede pagsibutan kan mga artist saka kuan. So, doon man po papabuluson ang kwartang ini. So, kumayo man pong objection ang pag-iriba, I move that we pass a resolution expressing the willingness of the city government of Naga to operate a shared service facility for creatives and artists at the ground floor of the PAGCOR multipurpose building, and authorizing the city mayor to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the DTI for this purpose. Ali yung tanan ining subject to ratification ta si legal opinion ni Councilor Frank kay pag pig-authorize na no need for ratification. So, on joint and collective motion.
Joint and collective. Next item, please.
Legal opinion pa rin.
The other resolution.
We have the second resolution.
Yes. Konektado ini, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Councilor Serio.
May I directly go to the motion? I move that we pass a resolution authorizing the city mayor and the City Events Protocol and Public Information Officer to transact with the Department of Trade and Industry relative to the procurement support amounting to 5 million pesos for equipment and ancillary materials for the operation of the shared service facility for creatives and artists.
Any second?
Judge Collective.
Councilor Mendoza.
Thank you. Does the MOA, under the first resolution, not cover these conditions or obligations?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So we may not need to pass another resolution if this matter is already included in the Memorandum of Agreement na itong MOA nakalag na duman, natatanggit ang 5 million, na gagamitin ito pambakal ning kung ano pa man na needed kang creatives. Maybe that would be superfluous, Mr. Chair, unless that one is distinct from the first resolution authorizing the MOA.
Reaction from Councilor Serio.
Pwede yan, siring, nasarosa na siguro.
So, we will just have one resolution.
Paka-pa-explain, maliwanag sa kuya kan, pamayo kang CPO, ining duwang resolution ang pigahagan kang DTI.
Kung if those two resolutions are the conditions of DTI na igwa sa MOA, igwa sa Arugayan, we follow because they have the money. Pero normally kaya itong mga details ito dapat covered na naman sa MOA.
So we will now have two resolutions.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So
thank you very much. Joint collective po.
Joint and collective. Next item, please.
Next is a letter from the city mayor requesting for the passage of a resolution authorizing her to enter into, negotiate, and sign the memorandum of agreement with Sanovex Pharmaceuticals relative to the provision of medicines and supplies under the Naga City General Hospital consignment program.
Councilor Dr. Gail Abunal Gomez.
Yes, Mr. Chair, Sanovex Pharmaceuticals will provide medicine to the LGU on consignment basis. So therefore, Mr. Chair, may I move that we pass a resolution authorizing the city mayor to enter into such memorandum of agreement with Sanovex Pharmaceuticals. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Next is another communication from the Office of the City Mayor requesting for the passage of a resolution authorizing her to enter into, negotiate, and sign the memorandum of agreement with the Development Academy of the Philippines and We Solve Foundation Incorporated in relation to the implementation of the technical consultancy for the workload analysis and change management for the city government of Naga.
Councilor Gail Abunal Gomez.
Mr. Chair, the We Solve Development Academy of the Philippines and We Solve Foundation are providing technical assistance to the city in its workload analysis. So therefore, Mr. Chair, may I move that we allow the mayor to enter into a memorandum of agreement with both DAP and We Solve Foundation. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Next is another communication from the Office of the City Mayor requesting for a resolution authorizing her to accept donations, personal protective equipment, PPE for the garbage collectors of the city government from the Peña Francia Basilica Joggers Club Incorporated and sign the certificate of acceptance.
Any comment? Okay, joint and collective motion.
Mr. Chairman,
Councilor Nathan Serio.
perhaps just
The Office of the City Mayor requesting for the passage of a resolution authorizing enter into, negotiate and sign the memorandum of agreement with the Philippine Sports Commissions in relation to the implementation of the Larot Saya sa Parque program and a program entitled Larot Saya sa Naga.
Councilor Jepson Felix.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May I move that we pass a resolution authorizing the city mayor to enter into, negotiate, and sign memorandum of agreement with the PSC for the Larot Saya sa Parque program and adopt a program entitled Larot Saya sa Naga. So
Joint and collective?
Joint and collective, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Next item.
Next item is another communication from the Office of the City Mayor requesting for the passage of a resolution authorizing her to negotiate an agreement with the Department of Social Welfare and Development in relation to the implementation of the supplementary feeding program.
Councilor Gay Labonal Gomez.
Mr. Chair, would like to know of the details of the implementation, most especially of the supplemental feeding program. So may I request, Mr. Chair, that this be referred to the Committee on Health and Nutrition joint with Children, Committee on Children, Mr. Chair.
So, any objection?
None.
So this will be referred to the Committee on Health as well as Committee on Children.
Santa Ana of Ateneo de Naga University and Ralph Nino de Luna of Naga College Foundation for the exceptional achievements in the 2026 Search for Outstanding Student Teachers in the Bicol region. The contest was sponsored by the Council of Deans for Teachers Education, Region 5 Incorporated. And medyo difficile man sa inagyan kaning mga aki na ini. So, tama lang na i-recognize na, Mr. Chair.
So we will approve this on joint and collective
Mr. Chair.
motion.
Thank you. Pero separate resolutions ang i-revise ko na lang.
Two separate
Yes.
resolutions.
Thank you.
Next item, please.
Next is under unfinished. Item number 1 is by the Honorable Cisco Mendoza and Honorable Jesse Albios, prohibiting spot reclassification of lands within the territorial jurisdiction of Naga City, reinforcing the primacy of the Comprehensive Land Use Plan and the city zoning ordinance.
Councilor Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This proposed ordinance was actually filed late last year, but after several committee hearings, it has been recommended for second reading. So, the intent of this ordinance is to stop the practice of spot rezoning. In other words, we rezone only specific individual parcels of land or a cluster of small lots whose zone would be different from the surrounding areas. So let me go direct to section 2, purpose. This ordinance is enacted to preserve the character and stability of residential, commercial, institutional, and other established zones from the intrusion of incompatible land uses. Any change in land use necessitated by planned urban development shall be carried out through a periodic review process as provided for in the zoning ordinance. And Section 3, general principles, all land use planning and development regulation in the city shall be governed by the principle that the duly adopted comprehensive land use plan and its implementing zoning ordinance or ordinance number 2000-071 are the dominant and primary basis for all land use decision. Any deviation must be justified by a clear and compelling public purpose or as a result of the mandated periodic review of the plan and undertaken through the process laid out in the zoning ordinance. So we have the definition of terms. Let me just read spot rezoning definition. We define spot rezoning as changing the permitted use of an individual parcel of land or a small cluster of lots initiated by a single or family-related property owners, resulting in a use different from that of its surrounding area. Section 5, this is the meat of the ordinance, prohibition on spot rezoning. Spot rezoning, as defined, is hereby strictly prohibited. No request, petition, or proposal that seeks to effect a spot rezoning shall be entertained, considered, or approved. And then we have the role of the zoning ordinance. That is just a reminder that on the task of the zoning administrator, actually the task is enumerated in Ordinance 2000-071. Validity of previous spot rezoning. Kada ako napagitang na spot rezone for the past several years, those rezoned properties will remain in full force and effect. Baka kayo maghandal sa iba na bawion pa, dahil na po. So, ordinances authorizing spot rezoning which were enacted prior to the effectivity of this ordinance shall remain in full force and effect. The rest of the sections are the usual closing sections, Mr. Chair. I am open for any
Reactions or comments? Councilor Rosales.
Mr. Chairman, may I inquire if there was already a recommendation from the committee for the approval of this proposed ordinance? If there was already a recommendation or endorsement from the committee?
Mr. Chair, if I may,
Okay, Councilor Mendoza.
this was reported during the last session, and I move that it be considered in this session.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I was not around last session, so I had no idea. May I proceed with my comment, Mr. Chairman? I was reading the ordinance last night, and I noticed that there is no provision for ensuring the enforcement of the proposed ordinance through penalties, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, Councilor Mendoza.
The ordinance that would be enforcing this prohibition would actually be the comprehensive land use plan or the zoning ordinance of the city. That is ordinance number 2000-071. So all the penalties included there will operate if that ordinance is violated, because that ordinance, the original zoning ordinance, actually does not allow spot rezoning.
Okay. Any other comment, Councilor Rosales?
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Rosales. Councilor Albios, you were raising your hand a while ago.
I was about to reply, Mr. Chair, with regards to the query of the Honorable Rosales, whether the Committee on Land Use recommended for the approval of this proposed ordinance on second reading.
Okay. No other comment or reaction, so the co-author has already moved the approval of the proposed ordinance on second reading. Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Melvin Ramon Benape, mitigating the impact of the sudden increase in fuel prices, authorizing emergency assistance to local public utility vehicle drivers, promoting the use of public transport in the city and providing funds therefore.
Councilor Buenafe.
May I request that this item be consolidated with item number 16,
Item number 16.
This is the joint committee reports of the Committee of Transport and the Committee on Appropriations. And also with item number 9, which are the comments regarding this proposed ordinance. So with the indulgence of our Chairman, Committee on Rules, may I proceed, Mr. Chair, to the committee report of the Committee on Joint Committee Transport and Appropriation.
Yes, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May I request acknowledgement of the Committee on Transport and Appropriations reports.
Your report is duly acknowledged.
The Committee on Transport, jointly with the Committee on Appropriations, conducted its committee hearings last March 25, and according to our secretariat, there was a quorum.
There was a quorum, okay?
The only business for today is the proposed ordinance authored by this representation, an ordinance mitigating the impact of the sudden increase in fuel prices, authorizing emergency financial assistance to local public utility vehicle drivers, promoting the use of public transport in the city, and providing funds therefore. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
After due and considerable discussion on the matter, on motion of Honorable Francisco M. Mendoza, seconded by Ms. B.J. De Asis, Mr. Alberto Darilay, and Mr. Ronaldo Valle, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod the passage of the ordinance on second reading, provided that all comments and suggestions raised during the committee hearing are incorporated therein. So, with that, Mr. Chair, I so move.
Any comment?
Second.
Yes, Councilor Aris Macaraig.
May I inquire, Mr. Chair, how many tricycle driver beneficiaries would be benefited by this ordinance?
Yes, please.
Thank you for that question. The accounted tricycle drivers by our CSWD is around 2,500. Actually, the tricycle units that is authorized to operate in Naga is pegged at 2,000 units. But considering that there are drivers na nakikikayod o mayong permanente pinagkakayudan na units, so palipat-lipat sinda. So there are more drivers than the tri-mobile units in Naga City. Kaya si accounting po as of the latest is around 2,500.
So, are you saying that even those who are not authorized to ply the route here in Naga would be covered by that ordinance?
Actually, Mr. Chair, there are drivers coming from other municipalities around Naga, but they are driving units that are with franchise in Naga City. So mga drivers inda kikikayod digdiyo sa siyudad kang Naga ang operations. And yung mga mayong franchise, Mr. Chair, hindi authorized si tri-mobile units inda. But then this assistance is for the drivers.
Councilor Aris Macaray, kindly continue your interpellation.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And this is a one-time emergency assistance.
Yes, Mr. Chair. With that, Mr. Chair, may I be allowed to proceed in the presentation of the proposed ordinance?
Okay, please.
So I will be discussing the salient points of this proposed ordinance. On Section 4, Emergency Financial Assistance Program, authorize the provision of one-time emergency assistance in the form of fuel subsidy equivalent to 2,000 pesos per driver of a franchise fuel-powered tricycle operating.
So it's emphasized there that it should be franchised.
Yes, Mr.
Okay.
Chair. This assistance shall be drawn from the city's Quick Response Fund under the City Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office, or from such other sources as may be available, not to exceed 5 million pesos for the initial rollout, subject to the availability of funds and certification by the city budget officer. For the eligibility, the eligible driver...
Reaction? Councilor Aris Macaray.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Section 4 of the ordinance is mentions that it will not exceed 5 million for the initial rollout. Therefore, this one-time ordinance will actually be... We are expecting that this will be another ordinance will be...
Yes, Mr. Chair, depending on the situation. So we give the city mayor an elbow room.
So in other words, this is just a one-time
Yes, it's
rollout.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Councilor Aris.
It's a
Macaray.
one-time emergency assistance, but in the initial rollout, it's not to exceed 5 million pesos. So since we mentioned the word initial rollout, we are expecting that another rollout will happen. But the computation of 2,000 pesos, may we know what is the basis of that, Mr. Chair?
Yes, Councilor Omar.
Actually, Mr. Chair, we are anticipating that this assistance will last for at least more than a month. So we computed this based on a 25 peso increase in the price of gasoline. If the trimobile driver uses 2 liters of gasoline per day to operate in the city, then that is 50 pesos per day. If you will consider 2,000 pesos, that is about 40 days of supported operation of the trimobile, Mr. Chair.
Any other comment, Councilor Aris?
The 5 million fund coming from the City Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office, was this already certified, Mr. Chair?
Councilor Omar?
Mr. Chair, during these committee hearings, in attendance were our officers from the CDRRMO, Mr. Reynor Rodriguez, and personnel from the City Budget Office. And I'm sure, Mr. Chair,
In other words, this has been certified.
the source of budget has not yet been certified, Mr. Chair, but we are giving the city mayor the leeway in deciding when the timetable for the implementation of this ordinance is going to be. As stated in Section 7, that is the implementation. So before this is actually rolled out, and with the coordination of the Naga City Urban Transport and Mobility Council, or through the Naga City Urban Transport and Mobility Council, which the mayor heads, this process of giving the assistance will be ironed out, Mr. Chair.
Any follow-up question, Councilor Aris Bacaraig?
Yes, Mr. Chair. The price of gasoline today is around 90 plus, nearing 100 pesos. And from before the crisis has started, it's around 60 pesos, 60 plus. So if we compute the 2,000 pesos, Mr. Chair, that would only cover at least 5 days of 5 days of operations, considering tricycle drivers consuming not less than 10 liters a day. My question is, this 2,000 pesos was agreed to. Was this agreed to during the hearings by the?
Yes,
Councilor
Mr.
Roman.
Chair, in attendance also are the members of the Federation of Trimobile Operators and Driver Associations. Actually, Mr. Chair, we are not subsidizing fully the cost of gasoline. There was already a cost of gasoline before this assistance, and they have been spending for that when they go out to operate. O kung makayod sinda, siyempre, gagasolinahan nila. They've been spending before. So, ini assistance, parang idadagdag lang to mitigate the impact of the sudden increase in the prices of gasoline. It did not promise to subsidize fully kung gurano ang gasto ninda sa gasolina sa rural daw.
So in other words, the transport sector leaders agreed with that figure.
Yes, Mr. Chair. And actually, may mga conditions din. With this assistance, they are prohibited from charging additional fares to the commuters. So may conditions dyan, and there are sanctions also that are laid down in this proposed ordinance, Mr. Chair, such as forfeiture of the financial assistance and the imposition of applicable penalties under our already existing ordinances regarding fares sa Trimobile. So si mga nagpapa-increase o nag-charge unauthorized will be also penalized under the existing ordinances.
My question is because can we not increase the 2,000 pesos to 2,500 if there is a fund available anyway, Mr. Chair?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Actually, kaibahan is Urulay, but then there is a support also coming from the national government, itong sa DSWD, na if I'm not mistaken, 5,000 pesos. Kaya with the city government trying to stretch also its budget, kaya may nakalagay diyan on the initial rollout, they malampas sa 5 million pesos.
Okay.
And with the just submitted proposed ordinance, which was certified as urgent by the city mayor, nakalagman duman yung kanya para bang kung may ibang mga sources of funds na magagamit as assistance to our drivers, not only trimobile drivers but jeepney drivers, iyo mo na si gagamiton bago si local funds kang city government. Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. Any other comment? Councilor Mendoza?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just to expound on the source of fund, it is not exclusively to be charged against the local disaster risk reduction and management fund. It is provided under that under the proposed ordinance that it may also be taken from such other sources as may be available. In other words, not only from LDRRMF. Also, can we go to section, I think it's section 6, prohibition. It states that fuel-powered trimobile for hire receiving assistance under this ordinance are strictly prohibited from imposing rate increase, fair rate increase. Can we make this a condition for the grant? Ang nakalagay dyan, ang tatamaan kan section 6, itong naka-receive na ning assistance. Receiving assistance. Kapot na ninda si kwarta. Tapos nag-charge ning, kumbaga overcharge ning pamasahe, medyo masakitan ng bawion. Can we also make it a condition na effective upon effectivity of the ordinance, itong madakop na nag-overcharge, dahil nakabali sa lista. Instead of ito lang nataanta na, nag-violate, babawion ta.
Reaction, Councilor Omar.
Actually, that is already the what this provision means, immediate forfeiture of financial assistance. Because this fuel subsidy, actually, pag ikinarga mo yung 2 liters, that's only 2 liters. Ang financial assistance is 2,000. So, si worth lang halimbawa ka 2 liters, sinaikarga niya, tapos nadakop siya, na nagcha-charge masalangkaw sa dapat. Then, mapo-forfeit na yung buong support sa iya. And he can also be charged under the other ordinances that are already in effect, such as in Ordinance number 2024-002 and other existing ordinances. Mr. Chair.
Okay.
In other words, Mr. Chair, the forfeiture will not be for the entire 2,000, but the balance lang at that time na may violation.
Yes, Mr. Chair, that's true.
So can we say under letter A, immediate forfeiture of the balance of the financial assistance?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I will concord that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comment? Yes, Councilor Aris.
Yes, Mr. Chair, although the proposed ordinance prohibits fare increase without the approval of the Sangguniang, can we also emphasize that voluntary additional fare is also allowed? Because once we are hit by this energy crisis, the government shoulders a portion of the burden, but also to remind the public that at some point they will have to also shoulder the burden of this energy crisis. In a way, voluntarily, they can give extra amount to the driver, but the driver cannot impose fare increase, Mr. Chair.
Councilor Omar.
Actually, Mr. Chair, the purpose of this ordinance is to provide support to the trimobile drivers so that we will not pass on the burden to the commuters. Dahil sa paglangkaw kani mga presyo kang produktong petrolyo, kay riba na naman food. Kaya abo tanang mo nang ipasa duman sa mga commuters because usually ang nagpapatronize kaniyo mga tri-mobile na niyo si mga low-income families man. And that is why we provided conditions na they magpa-increase ng pamasahe. It will be up to the passengers. Siguro ako nga ni minsan nagsasakay man talaga sa tri-mobile. And of course, nagtataw kitang extra pagka nakasakay kita dyan, considering the services that the driver has given us. So, that is a very good suggestion, Mr. Chair, but I don't think we have to consider that in this ordinance.
Okay, no other comment? Yes, Councilor Rosales.
Mr. Chairman, the Honorable Mendoza earlier mentioned and expounded on Section 4 about the source of funding. He said, Mr. Chairman, that the fund shall be taken from any other source. So it's not exclusive to
The disaster risk.
quick response fund. But the wording on the first sentence of the second paragraph uses the word shall. This assistance shall be drawn from the city's quick response fund. And ako personally, Mr. Chairman, I'm not agreeable with the use of the quick response fund for this purpose, because that fund is reserved for communities stricken by calamities, disasters, so that they may recover quickly. We are still at the early part of the year, and at least one typhoon, major typhoon.
But don't you think that this energy crisis is also a calamity?
Mr. Chairman, we have been declared under a state of emergency. But
Yes.
the quick response fund is reserved for communities declared under a state of calamity.
State of calamity, okay.
So I don't think we can use specifically the quick response fund for that purpose.
Reaction from Councilor Omar Buenafe.
Maybe, Mr.
I,
Chairman, if I may propose, if I may suggest, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, please.
We can just...
Change the
may I
way.
just clarify, Mr. Chairman, are we really intending to use the quick response fund for the 5 million pesos? That's my question, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Councilor Omar.
Actually, Mr. Chair, that is what we intend also, but we can change the wording from shall to may, so that we can give discretion to our Chief Executive. And with Section 7, the implementation, it is also stated here that all disbursements shall be subject to existing government accounting and auditing rules and regulations. So,
Will that be okay
what
with you?
is what can be authorized is
Mr. Chairman, my hesitation is grounded on the fact that we are utilizing the quick response fund for these subsidies, for these fuel subsidies, when we are not in a state of calamity, Mr. Chairman. We can use other sources perhaps, Mr. Chairman, but not this quick QRF, which is specifically reserved for
Again,
calamities.
reaction from Councilor Buenafe.
Mr. Chair, during the discussion, we even asked the head of CDRRMO kung makukonsider niyo as a situation that can call for the utilization of the quick response fund. And there was actually no adverse reaction from him. And if we need to declare that this situation now in Naga City is akin to a calamity, then maybe with the indulgence of this the whole Sangguniang, we can come up with a resolution declaring that we are in a state of calamity now.
Yeah, Councilor Arif Macaraig.
Yes, Mr. Chair, there is a more expanded view of this use of quick response fund, because this energy crisis is actually there is a disruption of the economic activities in an area. That is the basic definition of what is a disaster or what constitutes a calamity. If it has it impacts the economic activities in an area, and this energy crisis, actually we are all victims of this crisis. It need not be a natural occurrence like typhoon or storm, but does it economically affect our activities? And yes, it does. And second, Mr. Chair, even the DSWD takes uses the QRF to provide for the assistance to the drivers, even the DSWD. So with that, it indicates that the DSWD is providing AX, a calamity, Mr. Chair.
So you agree with my proposal that this is already a calamity, notwithstanding the declaration of the President that it's just an emergency?
Mr.
Councilor
Chairman,
Rosales.
if the body will decide to proceed with this proposal, I will submit, but I will have to register my objection to that particular provision on the use of the quick response fund, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Rosales. Councilor Mendoza?
I support the manifestation of Councilor Rosales. We cannot disburse from the quick reaction fund unless we are in a state of calamity. And the state of calamity is different from a state of emergency. While the situation may be a calamitous for all of us, but we need an official declaration of state of calamity. We can resolve that issue, Mr. Chair, by simply removing the term quick reaction fund, quick response fund, and just state that the assistance shall be drawn from the city disaster risk reduction and management of fund, or from such other sources as may be available. And may I also introduce a phrase, subject to an appropriation ordinance. Because that is not yet an appropriation, it only authorizes so much amount, but we need an appropriation ordinance to justify the disbursement of funds.
Reaction, Councilor Omar Buenafed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Honorable Mendoza. I concur with the manifestations of Councilor Mendoza and earlier by Councilor Rosales. So we can remove the statement.
QRF. Okay.
Yes, Mr. Chair. And instead modify it to getting it from the budget of the City Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office funds.
Okay, so
To resolve this matter, Mr. Chair, considering that the situation now calls for urgent actions on our part.
So you will be adopting the proposal of Councilor Mendoza.
Yes, Mr. Chair, we will
Councilor
modify the...
Maria Corazon.
Thank you, Mrs. Chair. I think these 2,000 pesos that we're going to give to the drivers are also called as a financial assistance for them. As we know that really they are suffering from the high, ito pong alang kaon po ang presyo kang gasolina ngunyan, and at the same time they po naglalangkaw ang pamasahe. So just we call it financial assistance for the tri-mode drivers, and I think it is also called a calamity for this kind of assistance na aramtan po baga na masi po akong natural calamity, but ngunyan po na grabe ang krisis po sa sa kapalibutan, talaga pong ini po, I think it is also considered as a calamity problem. So pwede po garo na dahil na po alangkawon pagpara diskusyon ng kadako na ang pagtao po naman sa mga drivers, dahil these drivers na tri-mode drivers are really very indigent. Mayo pong tri-mode drivers na talaga mga professionals, and Sangguniang po na grabing pagtios sa mga estudyante, sa pagbuhay, grabe po talaga ang namamati ang kamakasalitan. Sa barangay po talaga, grabe pong inagrangikan mga tao. Kaya siguro privilege man dangon yan, mamatian kang mga tao sa gobyerno na kita po nag-aantabay sa inda. Thank you po.
Thank you, Councilor Peñaflor. Reaction, Councilor Omar Buenafe.
My gratitude to Councilor Peñaflor for the support of this proposed ordinance. So, considering the urgency of this assistance and the matter, I propose, Mr. Chair, with this.
You made a motion earlier that this be approved on second reading, and it was seconded by Councilor Nathan Serio. Any objection?
Was the amendment adopted?
With the amendments.
With the inclusion of the amendments.
Inclusion of amendments, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Councilor Aris Macaraig.
The urgency will be defeated, Mr. Chair, if we will be removing QRF. The sense of urgency. Because what will be left is the phrase, we will be looking for some other sources. It defeats the sense of urgency, Mr. Chair. What defines QRF is not only catastrophes or calamities. 3 C's, Mr. Chair. Catastrophe, calamity, crisis, Mr. Chair. In these times, we are in an energy crisis. We cannot deny that this should be attended to by the QRF, Mr. Chair. The purpose of the QRF is to provide for quick response fund. Now, if we will be deleting that, we will put some other words like look for some other budget somewhere else. Maybe it does not require the urgency written by the Office of the City Mayor, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. Councilor Baldimoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, my proposal is to invite the city budget officer to look for any possible sources of fund.
Okay, Councilor Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think we can replace that first part of the second paragraph. Nakalagay dyan, management office. It's not the office, the management fund. So it would read, this assistance shall be drawn from the city disaster risk reduction and management fund, and that would already include the QRF, or from such other sources as may be available, subject to the passage of the appropriation ordinance, etc. Let me also stress, Mr. Chair, that there are other steps that we have to do in order to disburse this amount. Number one, it must be included in the annual investment program, and that can be done by the executive committee of the CDC, not necessarily the entire CDC. Once included in the AIP, then we need an appropriation ordinance that would identify specifically the source of the fund, whether it's some other source or the LDRRF or whatever, and also appropriating it to a specific account in a specific office. We cannot just say for that subsidy, it must be in a specific account, because deleting those information would give the budget office and the city account. So those are essential moves, Mr. Chair. As to that's it, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Okay, Councilor Balimoro.
Mr. Chair, for the information of this plenary, yesterday we had a CDC EXICOM meeting, and one of the agenda was to include in the supplemental AIP the energy crisis response subsidy allocation. So we're just awaiting for the resolution to be signed by the city mayor and maybe later on be submitted to the Sangguniang for our approval. So in that AIP, it includes the assistance to our tricycle and jeepney operators.
Okay.
And also, Mr. Chair, my suggestion is to invite the City Budget Office for us to include the appropriation in this proposed ordinance. Kung may makukuha na kitang source of fund, there is already an approved AIP, we could implement this proposed ordinance.
So are you saying that we will defer the approval of this ordinance on second reading?
No, Mr. Chair, temporarily defer the discussion to invite the city budget officer.
But I believe during the series of committee hearings, the budget officer was present. Councilor Omar Buenafe.
Mr. Chair, if I may, yes, Mr. Chair, but the identify source is the QRF.
What is your reaction, Councilor Buenafe?
Not any other source of fund. So we on the committee hearing, we just concentrated from the QRF fund.
We will be inviting the Okay, so we will temporarily defer discussion of this proposed ordinance.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Councilor Nathan Serio.
Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. Mr. Chairman, nagabot na subago pa, subalaog kan mala Diyos para sa apresasyon kang gabos.
Okay.
I move for a recess.
Recess. Kinukuhaan ko na may simbang na bigat mo sa COA. Session resumed. Councilor Balimoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, with the indulgence of the Committee on Rules, may I request for the inclusion under special business or order, the letter from the City Mayor requesting for a passage of a resolution adopting and approving the City Development Council Executive Committee Resolution number 2026-005.
Reaction, Councilor Rosales? Okay. So that is included under SBO.
Number 17.
We will tackle that.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Councilor Balimoro.
Yes, Mr. Chair. May I request the Secretariat to place on screen the CDC Resolution number 2026-005. This pertains, Mr. Chair, the inclusion in the supplemental annual investment program for calendar year 2026 with a total amount of 819,400,000, composed of the following. From the programs and projects from the Naga City Children's Affairs Office, the construction of children's playground and basketball court, 300,000, the renovation and enhancement of the proposed child minding center at the People's Mall, amounting 200,000. The total of that is 500,000. And the source of fund, Mr. Chair, is the cash prize from the Presidential Award for Child-Friendly City. Another, Mr. Chair, for the City Social Welfare and Development Office, the assistance to indigent individual or families, 32 million coming from the LGSF, the financial assistance from the national government intended for rice subsidy program. Next is the energy crisis response, the assistance to transport and commuter fare subsidies amounting to 75 million. This may be the source of the funding requirement on the proposed ordinance of the Honorable Buenape. Another, Mr. Chair, is the assistance to individual in crisis situation, or AICS, of 75 million. Next is the installation of various medical equipment donated by Okada Foundation and PAGCOR to CH1, CH2, NCGH, and OLI, amounting to 100,000. Next is for the Naga City General Hospital, the Medical Assistance to Indigent and Financially Incapacitated Patients Program, or MAEP, 75 million. The fund source is coming from the grants or requested amount by the City Mayor. From the City Engineer's Office, the Social Hygiene Center, 500,000. The proposed wheel bath, fence, covered parking, and patwalk at Naga City District Abattoir, 800,000. The 3-story school building at Camarines Sur National High School. The source of fund is from PAGCOR, amounting to 60 million. The repair and improvement of basketball and volleyball court at Triangulo Elementary School, amounting to 500,000. Also included, Mr. Chair, is the priority project under the LGSF Financial Assistance to LGU. This was the 500 million from the Office of the President for the procurement or acquisition of disaster equipment or high-powered mobile pump, 27,700,000. The procurement and acquisition of disaster equipment, drainage inspection camera, 2 million. The procurement or acquisition of disaster equipment, walk behind road roller, 300,000. The retrofitting and rehabilitation of JMR Coliseum, 450 million. the purchase of vehicle, heavy equipment, 18,500,000, and the purchase of vehicle, heavy equipment, 1.5 million, for a total of 819,400,000, Mr. Chair. So I move, Mr. Chair, for passage of a resolution adopting and approving the City Development Council Executive Committee Resolution number 2026-005, including the supplemental annual investment program for 2026. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Next item, please. Councilor Omar Buenafe.
Mr. Chair, earlier we deferred the discussion of the proposed ordinance in view of the questions on the funding source. And I now reiterate the motion to approve on second reading the proposed ordinance, Mr. Chair, with the revision of paragraph 2 of section 4, which shall now read as, this assistance shall be drawn from sources as may be available, not to exceed 5 million pesos for the initial rollout, subject to availability of funds and certification by the city. But approved ordinance regarding the funding sources. I now reiterate my motion for the approval on second reading of the proposed ordinance with the modifications based on the manifestations earlier.
Any second?
I second.
Any objection? Councilor Aris?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just put on record my objection to the amendment to the second paragraph of section 4. But the rest, I agree. I am in favor of the ordinance.
Okay, so the motion is approved. Next item, please. Councilor Rosales.
Business by including under new business a submission from the Honorable Jefferson Romeo Felix, a proposed ordinance institutionalizing the annual observance of World Health Day in the city of Naga every April 7, establishing a local health promotion and public health engagement framework, therefore. Under new business, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you. Next item, please.
Next item is a letter dated March 24 from Dr. Johan Michael Sales, the city veterinarian, containing their comments and recommendation to the proposed Naga City cremation and biosanitation ordinance.
Reaction? Councilor Nathan Serio.
Mr. Chair, we refer this to the Committee on Health. We refer this to Committee on Health.
Yes, we will refer this to the Committee on Health. Next item.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Hilda Gila Bonal Gomez, declaring the month of June as Pride Month in the city of Naga, institutionalizing citywide celebrations, and joining all local government offices and partner institutions to conduct activities promoting equality and inclusion and appropriating funds therefore.
Councilor Gail Abunal Gomez.
Mr. Chair, this is included in the committee report on laws and ordinances.
Okay, thank you. Next item, please.
Next is the administration complaint against Punong Barangay Leon Shirley Buit of Barangay Carolina, Naga City, filed by Edmundo Sierra Lafre Jr. for grave misconduct and gross ignorance of the law.
Blue Ribbon Committee. Yes, Councilor Rosales.
Mr. Chairman, in accordance with the rules promulgated by the Sangguniang pertaining to administrative cases, may we also furnish a copy of the said complaint to Punong Barangay Libuit and require his answer within 15 days upon receipt. So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Next is the certification issued by the City Treasurer with respect to the registration of Mantoville Homeowners Association Incorporated as a business entity.
Councilor Albios?
Move that this matter be referred to the Committee on Housing and Settlements.
Okay, we will refer this matter to the Committee on Housing and Settlement. Next item.
Next is a letter dated March 18 of Regalado Trota Jose Jr., Chair, National Historical Commission of the Philippines, containing their comments and recommendations to SP Resolution number 2026-176, resolution earnestly requesting the national government to rename the portion of a tertiary national road in Naga City, province of Camarines Sur, particularly the segment from the boundary of Barangay Peña Francia, traversing Barangay San Felipe, Pacol, Carolina, and Panicuason to Senator Tecla R. San Andres Ziga Avenue.
Councilor Nathan Serio?
This will be referred to the Committee on Culture and the Arts.
So we will refer this to the Committee on
Culture and the Arts.
Culture and the Arts. Next item, please.
Next is a letter dated March 30 from Army Gunay, the e-governance program. AIDS ordinance on the proposed anti-modified Muffler Ordinance of Naga City.
Comments? Councilor Nathan Serio?
This will be referred to the Committee on Environment.
We will refer this matter to the Committee on Environment.
Next is a letter dated March 30 from Army Gunay, submitting consolidated feedbacks gathered from media social channels in the implementation of the I-Engage Ordinance on the proposed Naga City Anti-Identity Concealment Ordinance.
Any comment? Councilor Omar Buenafe.
I request that it be assigned to the Committee on Peace and Order, Mr. Chair.
This will be assigned to the Committee on Peace and Order. Next item, please.
Next is a letter from Mr. Anselmo Manyo, the acting head of NCDA, submitting the technical report on the transitioning from blade marking or Zorro to ear tagging in the Naga City Abattoir.
Committee on Agriculture. Where is the chairman of the Committee on Agriculture? Next item, please.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Elmer Baldimoro, institutionalizing the Infant Toddler Early Development or ITED program in Educare Center in Naga City in alignment with the standards set by the National ECCD Council and in accordance with Republic Act 12199 and appropriating funds therefore.
Councilor Baldimoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, this proposed ordinance was already recommended by the Committee on Education for approval in the plenary, pending the submission of the revised copy, incorporating the suggestion during the committee hearing. In this revised draft, Mr. Chair, it includes the that, Mr. Chair, this proposed ordinance, this is the Infant Toddler Early Development Program. This is a expansion of the Educare service program of the City Government of Naga in consonance with the Republic Act 1219 or the Early Childhood Care and Development Systems Act, wherein 0 to 2 years old will now attend the ITED program together with their parent. So every week there is a scheduled 1 hour for this, for the training of the parent together with the infant or toddler. For the toddler, familiarization with the Educare center, and also for the parent, for the parenting seminar. In this provision, Mr. Chair, for the transitory, there will be a 3 pilot barangay to be having a pilot implementation, and the ECCD office will choose who among the 27 barangay to be the 3 pilot barangay. So with that, Mr. Chair, I am ready for question from the members of the plenary.
Questions or comments before we approve this on second reading? No comments?
Motion?
No question? So please move.
Having that, Mr. Chair, may I move for the passage of an ordinance institutionalizing the Infant Toddler Early Development Program in Educare Center in Naga City in alignment with the standards set by the National ECCD Council and in accordance with Republic Act number 12199 and appropriating funds thereof. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved on second reading.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Next item, please.
Next is a letter dated March 26 from the City Treasurer informing that the request to furnish the list of business and entities with outstanding delinquencies to the Metro Naga Chamber of Commerce and Industry has been referred to the City Legal Officer for legal opinion due to the implications under the Data Privacy Act.
We take note of this. Unless there are comments. Noted. Next item, please.
Next is a letter dated March 30 of Sulpicio Alferez III, Secondary School Principal 4, submitting their comments and recommendation on the proposed ordinance promoting responsible and trauma-sensitive reporting by media entities, campus publications, and social media content creator.
We will refer this to the Committee on
Laws and Ordinances, Mr. Chair.
Laws and Ordinances.
Next is a letter dated March 23 from Michael Del Rosario, OIC Assistant School Division Superintendent, submitting their comments and recommendations on the proposed ordinance on mahusay at matalinong Nagenyo.
Committee on Education.
Education. Mr. Chair,
Next item, please.
before that, Mr.
Yes,
Chair,
Councilor Nathan Serio.
may I propose that all committee reports in today's agenda be deferred and be tackled on next session. Next session. So all committee reports.
Second.
Any second? There being none, the motion.
Next is the request, a letter from the this refers to the letter that this refers to the resolutions number 2026-076 of the Sangguniang Panlungsod, which we refer to the Department of Interior and Local Government. And here to is the answer. Please be informed that this department, in coordination with the Department of Finance, Bureau of Local Finance, and the Philippine Statistics Authority, for concurrence on the population and income of the city of Naga.
Reaction, Councilor Baldemoro.
Mr. Chair, this is form part of the requirements in our request for the declaration of the city of Naga as highly urbanized city. However, Mr. Chair, on that letter, and the last paragraph says that the DILG recognizes the development of the city of Naga and support its proposed declaration as a highly urbanized city.
Okay. Thank you. Next item, please.
Next.
Yes, Councilor Albios.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is pending before the Committee on Land Use. May I move that this matter be referred to the Committee on Land Use as well as furnish a copy to the City Legal Office together with the deed of donation and the letter of the City Mayor.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Next is a letter dated April 6 from this Office of the City Legal Officer, submitting their legal opinion and recommendation on the request for Sangguniang Panlungsod resolution lifting the encumbrance on TCT number 40455.
Reaction, Councilor Albios.
Yes, Mr. Chair, this is pending before the Urban Development and Housing Board. So may I move that this be referred to the Housing Settlement and Development Office.
So we will refer this to the Committee on Housing and Settlement. Housing and Settlement Office. Next item, please.
Next is communication from the Office of Councilor Nathan Serio, withdrawing his proposed legislation.
Councilor Serio?
Yes, Mr. Chair. I have three legislations that I would like to withdraw. One is the renaming of Plaza Quezon to Plaza Arejola, but substituting a new legislation, not an ordinance, but a resolution. Another is the proposed ordinance renaming General Luna Street to General Arejola in honor of General Ludovico Arejola, Anegueño. He can be honored in another way. And the proposed ordinance mandating the cremation of dead pets, etc. This will be set aside, and I will refile this middle of the year. I will be revising a lot of things in that proposed ordinance so that there is no problem with the national law. So, with
Okay,
that, Mr. Chair.
thank you.
Thank you.
Councilor Nathan Serio. Next item, please.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Francisco Mendoza, an ordinance abolishing Zorro markings for swine intended for slaughter and branding practices for large ruminants, instituting air tagging as the official and mandatory method of livestock identification, establishing the on-site livestock identification center and its socialized fee schedule, creating a revolving fund therefore, and appropriating initial capital outlay and providing penalties for violations.
Councilor Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. That matter is pending before the Committee on Agriculture. May I move that the same be referred to the said committee?
Okay.
Next
item.
Next is another proposal from the Honorable Francisco Mendoza and co-authored by Honorable Serio, an ordinance amending ordinance number 2026-054, otherwise known as the Naga City Continuing Education and Professional Development Program, to maximize participation by barangay personnel.
Councilor Mendoza.
Thank you again, Mr. Chair. May I request that the original ordinance number, that one, 2024-054 be flashed on the screen. The proposed ordinance would be amending that ordinance number 2024-054 entitled An Ordinance Establishing a Comprehensive Program for the Continuing Education and Professional Development in the City of Naga, providing guidance for implementation and allocating funds therefore, authored by Honorable Joselito S.A. Del Rosario, PhD.
Okay.
The intent of this amendatory ordinance is to accommodate short-term courses such as those offered by an institution in Naga City. But the beneficiaries here would be barangay personnel as well as barangay workers. So with that, as worded, that original ordinance, while it encompasses barangay workers, but there is can't mention of the same. So this amendatory ordinance would explicitly introduce into that original ordinance certain amendments that will leave no doubt that barangay personnel are included. So the first amendment is under Section 2, Declaration of Policy. We amended letter B of the said section now to read, strengthen the competence of the workforce as a major driver in boosting the city and barangay government's overall performance and the attainment of their goals and objectives. The italics bold represents the amendments, Mr. Chair. The next section would amend Section 3, coverage. Specifically, Section 3B, now to read, an undergraduate of tertiary education who wishes to complete his or her degree through alternative learning programs such as ECHAP, and then we added the short term, or who wishes to pursue a short-term course. This would cover the short-term courses. And then we also amended Section 6, financial assistance. For beneficiaries availing of alternative learning program or training courses, financial assistance of up to 50% of the total cost of the training may be granted. The actual amount shall be subject to the recommendation of ESO and CHRMO and final determination or approval. I think this should be final determination and approval by the city mayor, but not to exceed the 50% ceiling. Likewise, D, now to read as follows. Letter C, must hold a job order, contractual, casual, coterminous, or a permanent appointment in the city government, or is a personnel or volunteer worker of a barangay government of the city at the time of filing of the application. So the previous, the original ordinance does not made mention of this barangay personnel. We added it to this section. Also, during yesterday's committee hearing, letter D was amended. Now to read as follows: must have served the city, barangay, or agency for at least 2 consecutive years preceding the filing of application. Originally, there is no mention about the barangay, and likewise, the length of service 2 years, as suggested by Councilor Jepson Felix. Also, we propose to amend Section 11, Conditions and Agreements. Section 1 will now read, or rather, Section 11.1 will now read, for the textbook courses, alternative learning programs, short-term courses, or further studies. We just included the term short-term courses. Likewise, under Section 12, return service. Section 12.2 will now read, actually this is just an addition, Mr. Chair. So, Section 12.2 is retained, but we added the following sentence. For short-term courses, the return service shall be 10 days for every month of the availed scholarship grant or financial assistance. A fraction of a month shall be counted as 1 month. And finally, Section 14, partnership and collaboration. It will now read as, for the implementation of this ordinance, the City of Naga may enter into agreement with academic or training institutions duly accredited as such by CHED or the appropriate national regulatory agency, both national and local. For this purpose, the City Mayor is herein granted continuing authority to enter into such agreements subject to ratification by the Sangguniang Panlungsod. We added the ratification because the authority, by giving the authority in advance, we cannot read the agreement. We will only have the opportunity to review the agreement during ratification. And then in section 15, funding, such amount as may be necessary shall be included in the annual budget of ESO for the succeeding years, subject to the usual planning, investment, programming, and budgeting process. The original provision states that an amount of 1 million will be appropriated every year. Considering that we issue fixed appropriation, it should follow the usual process of planning, investment, programming, and budgeting. So that is the proposed amendment. Yun man lang po, Mr. Chair.
Motion.
Reactions or comments? Yes, Councilor Gail Abonal Gomez.
Mr. Chair, this proposed ordinance by the Honorable Mendoza is actually part of the committee report on health and nutrition. The committee hearing was held yesterday, but the report is not yet available for today's session.
So you have no objection, you have no comment, aside from the fact that the committee report has not been prepared.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Any other comment?
Mr. Chair, we do not want to refer this back to the committee because actually the disposition of the committee is already this is already for approval by the plenary on second reading.
Okay, thank you. Councilor Balimoro.
Motion mo na.
For the parliamentary procedure, Mr. Chair, the discussion of the proposed ordinance must be taken after the committee report. So since there is a approved motion that all the committee report will be rendered next week, so it is proper that the discussion of this proposed ordinance be also held next week.
Okay, I agree. So we may as well include this in the committee report to be rendered by Councilor Gail Abunal Gomez. Anyway, it was discussed thoroughly, and I believe nobody is objecting to any of the provision. We will wait for next week.
I yield, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Frank Mendoza. Councilor Gail Abunal Gomez.
Yes, Mr. Chair, with the indulgence of the chairman of the Committee on Rules, there's a letter here coming from the City Mayor's office. May I request, Mr. Chair, that this be included under special business of order, Mr. Chair.
Okay. What is the item?
This is, Mr. Chair, request from the City Mayor asking for us to pass a resolution authorizing her to accept various physical therapy equipment donated by the Rotary Club of Timog, intended for the use under the Naga City General Hospital Rehabilitation Unit. Just to mention a few, Mr. Chair, a few of the equipments, exercise balls, wheelchair, guard belt. There are 22 equipments all in all, Mr. Chair.
Okay, kindly make the motion now.
So may I move, Mr. Chair, that we authorize the City Mayor to enter into such agreement with the Rotary Club of Timog.
Second.
Thank you.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Next is under new business. Item number 1 is a letter dated March 24 from Ernesto Asensi III, Acting City Agriculturist, endorsing the request of Dr. Francie Templo for sponsoring in her attendance in the upcoming International Mushroom Congress and National Forum in the Future of Mushrooms on May 28 to 29 at Baler, Aurora.
Committee on Appropriations. Councilor Baldemoro.
Well, Mr. Chair, may I request an endorsement from the City Mayor?
Okay, so we will be needing a special request from the City Mayor. Next item, please.
Next is a letter dated March 24 of Punong Barangay Lontok of Barangay Libuton, transmitting Barangay Ordinance number 2020-602-03-04 for review.
Committee on Laws and Ordinances.
Another communication from Punong Barangay Lontok, transmitting barangay ordinances number 2026-01-05 and resolutions number 2026-06.
Committee on Laws and Ordinances.
Email sent by Mariam Sheka, Estrella Puad Khalil, account manager of Telca Network Incorporated, expressing their intent to collaborate with the City of Naga regarding the implementation of underground utility infrastructure development in Naga City.
Committee on Public Utilities.
Next is a resolution number 2026-07 of the Sangguniang Barangay of Kararay, Naga City, requesting city government of Naga through the city mayor for the allocation and transfer of 1 million for the of bleacher zone 1 blessed site covered court of Barangay Kararay, Naga City, and for expenses of the Barangay Fiesta celebration.
Committee on Appropriations.
Next is a resolution number 2026-04, 5, 6, and 7, Barangay Kararayan, this city.
Committee on Culture and the Arts.
Is the resolution number 2026-08 of the Sangguniang Barangay of Kararayan, authorizing the Punong Barangay to enter into and sign the contract or the memorandum of agreement with the city government of Naga for the transfer and implementation of the 1 million support fund for barangay.
Reaction. Councilor Rosales or Councilor Balimoro.
This request must be taken up after the approval of the transfer of the request for the barangay support fund.
Okay. So, thank you. Next item, please.
The manifesto and letter of appeal dated March 24, signed by Raquel Tan, attorney in fact for the occupant and small business operators along Panganiban Drive, Naga City, requesting moratorium and gradual implementation of lease rental increase under Ordinance Number 2026-007.
Committee on Ways and Means.
A letter dated March 30 of Honorable Alan Riz Macaraig endorsing the complaint from residents of Phase 4 Parkview regarding the persistent and inadequate water supply in their area.
Committee on Public Utilities.
Next is a first endorsement dated March 30 of the acting city budget officer forwarding the 2026 annual budget of the Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay Abelia.
Committee on Appropriations.
Next is a letter dated April 6 of Honorable Alan Riz Macaraig endorsing a query on the implementation of no collection policy of the Department of Education, particularly on PTA contribution in Tabuco Central School.
Committee on Education. Next item, please.
Next is a letter from Daisy Bulao Santa Rosa requesting for a permit to set vending stall to May 10 along J. Hernandez in front of Montemart or TH Trading Abelia this city. Market.
Committee on Market Affairs.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable David Casper Nitanserio mandating the establishment, operation, and maintenance of parking facilities as part of basic services and facilities in Naga City, encouraging public or private partnership and private paid parking facilities and providing incentives to the private sector.
Committee on Public Utilities.
Transport. Parking yan. Saan siya dapat? Human rights.
Councilor Rosales? So we will refer this to the Committee on Laws and Ordinances. LO.
Next is a letter dated March 31st from Engineer Edgardo Piamonte, Executive Officer of Casureco 2, giving notice that Casureco 2 over or under recoveries for years 2023 to 2025.
We take note of this item. Next item, please.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Jefferson Romeo Felix, an ordinance establishing the Naga City Youth Cardiorenal Metabolic Health Protection Program to promote prevention.
Committee on Health.
Mr. Chairman,
Councilor Rosales?
the disposition on the Casureco matter was to take note.
Yes.
The letter has a specific request, Mr. Chairman, to issue a certification as proof of receipt of the application. There's an attached pro forma certification, Mr. Chairman. May I just inquire if it was already provided?
Madam Secretary?
Not yet.
So, Mr. Chairman, may we just include in the disposition for the Secretariat to issue the certification as requested.
Okay, thank you. Councilor Rosales? Next item, please.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Jefferson Felix, establishing and institutionalizing the Nagaen Youth Hills Fellowship Program of Naga City, a one-year Youth Public Health Leadership Fellowship, and Youth Health Ambassadorial Program, and appropriating funds therefore.
Committee on Health?
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Serio, regulating the use of designated accessible parking slots for persons with disability within the territorial jurisdiction of Naga City, establishing a priority system for PWDs with mobility impairments, and prescribing penalties for violations thereof.
Social development.
Committee on Social Development?
Next is a resolution, the proposed resolution authored by the Honorable David Casper Nathan Serio, a resolution requesting the National Historical Commission of the Philippines to concur with and approve the renaming of Plaza Quezon in Naga City to Plaza Arejola.
Culture and Arts.
Culture and Arts.
How's that again?
We refer that to the Committee on Culture and Arts.
Okay, so we will refer this matter to the Committee on Culture and the Arts. Next item.
Next is another proposal from the Honorable Serio, a resolution earnestly requesting the Office of the City Mayor to direct the City Planning and Development Office, the City Engineer's Office, and the Public Safety Office to formulate and implement a comprehensive parking management plan within the Naga City Hall, providing specific designation for various types of vehicles and reserved slot for city officials.
Councilor Serio?
Committee on Infra.
Committee on
Infrastructure. Mabago kita ning
okay, Committee on Infrastructure. Next item, please.
Next is the other matters. The audit observation memorandum dated March 17 on the implementation of project under the 20% LDF by the Commission on Audit for the City of Naga.
I am directing the Secretariat to draft the letter. Next item, please.
Next is a letter from the Office of the City Legal Officer endorsing their legal evaluation on the proposed memorandum of agreement with Globe Telecom Incorporated regarding digital thumbprint program, senior DigiSen program, and digital content sharing initiative.
We take note of this item. Next item, please.
Next is the nominal voting.
Councilor Rosales.
Ay,
Mr. Chair,
may new business na sa...
Yes, Councilor Aris Macaraig.
with the indulgence of the chairman of the Committee on Rules,
Igo po. Tulong
there
ordinance,
is,
sir.
I received information, Mr. Chair, that the subsidy to the jeepney drivers affected by these happenings in our country, worth 500 pesos per day. This will be held tomorrow, Mr. Chair. So, yes.
So what's the point now?
So we need to pass this ordinance, Mr. Chair.
Can we get the reaction from the chairman of the Committee on Transport, Councilor Omar Buenafe?
The distribution tomorrow, Mr. Chair, was scheduled by CSWD in coordination with the DSWD. I believe it's a different matter being sinubmit by the Office of the City Mayor. This is regarding the project that is tied with CRMO group, which provides subsidy for drivers in order that they will be complying with the schedule of trips.
So we
I
don't
believe
have...
iba ito, Mr. Chair, because in the proposed ordinance that is recently submitted, may may subsidy of 500 pesos per day. So, kung kukumpito niyan, Mr. Chair, kung 500 pesos per day with 350 jeepneys, aabot yan mga 5 million,
5 million
more than 5
a
million
month.
per month.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I was
So in other words, yes, Councilor Aris.
I was requested by Honorable Frank Mendoza to move for a recess, Mr. Chair, a short recess. He is in the City Mayor's office. He's preparing something. So,
How's that again?
regarding the activity tomorrow, Mr. Chair, which I think we have to pass something, a resolution or an ordinance. So, I was requested to move for a short recess, Mr. Chair.
Okay, any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.